Monday morning and we are in my porch and it's everyone's favourite time of the day, which is packages time. So I don't know if anyone remembers, I ordered these. I went into Alexander Steel and was asking them to make them, and then I did have a look on eBay and it was quite hard to find, but eventually I found this company that do farming products. So this has got like mower blade written on it and they've obviously realised that they can turn them into a this isn't a hardcore or a tarmac one, it's a grain sheet, but believe it or not, this was £20, so we've got two of them for either side, so it's £40. And I don't know, obviously it probably would have cost more than that at Alexander Steel for them to make this, drill the holes, like, you know, all the bits. So for me to get these delivered for £40 for two of them is, I think, is an unbelievable deal. So we'll get them bolted onto the tipper, and then I've got another parcel. This is a fireboard for a nursery down the road that has a really old fire panel, and they've got a inspection coming up that has flagged the fire panel, and they don't actually make the panel they've got anymore. So I've had to buy, it took me ages, but I got through to the manufacturer and they said that this panel will work with the smoke heads because there's a fault with the power supply on their current one. So that'll be getting swapped today. I was at my mate's wedding on this weekend. Guys, you ready?
What are those?
I was dreading this. It sounds quite nice actually now. It's finished in a port wine barrel.
Yeah.
Might have a little bit.
Yeah, get the monkeys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
It's alright, no, it's fine.
Oh yeah, it's horrendous.
I don't mind that actually. It's
It's
actually
making
alright.
it okay.
It's actually
His
alright.
face anyway.
Spin this round.
I can't even hide it. That's what. That was worse than in my dream, I think. In my dream, it wasn't that bad.
This is alright, you know.
It's okay.
Stay on this all day.
Is it dilute?
Yeah. Stay
Yeah.
on. This might be me
Look at his
today.
face.
Sound this.
The worst bit is it's coming with us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fucking monsoon
Lovely drop.
season, man. Oh, it's sweet.
Should have done it in mobs, mate.
Yeah.
It'll brighten up, lad. Don't worry. You done
Yeah,
done this yesterday, and then what is it? It's good luck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good luck.
All went well. It was an amazing wedding, and I was planning on having this morning off to sort of recover because it went on even till yesterday in town. But yeah, I've just woke up and been bombarded with calls and emails and stuff I've got to do. So the lads are all busy on the student jobs. I've got to go now I've got a viewing at Western that I've got to do myself because the estate agents can't, and I think the woman it's a second or third viewing, and I don't know if she wanted to meet obviously the seller just to maybe ask some more questions and stuff. So hopefully that's a good sign that, you know, second or third viewing and they want to meet the seller. We had people staying there this weekend for the wedding, so I need to go early now and just check that the house isn't an absolute mess. And I just tried to ring my mum because she's got a lawnmower that I was trying to borrow for the back garden because we've got Astra in ours, so I don't actually own a lawnmower. So I'm going to head to Western now, do this viewing, and then I've just got a court date, believe it or not, for the yellow van that they've disputing the cost of hiring a van, saying that I could have got by without the van and I could have borrowed a friend's car or I could have hired a car. I didn't need a van. I'm amazed that this has actually got a court date, but maybe the insurers think that now it's got a court date, they might look to sell when they get my sort of information back about, yeah, here's my vans, here's how chocker they are full of materials and stuff, and we do actually need the vans to be able to do our job. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be amazed if I go to court and do not get it doesn't get settled for a drunk driver smashing into my van. Nothing I could do about it. But the world we live in, who knows? Yeah, and then there was something else as well. But yeah, busy day, even though it was meant to be an easy one. So this bit is obviously the old wet room bit which falls there, but obviously between my legs now, that slopes that way, and that one obviously slopes into the trap, so you can see where there's like old staining, where any water that splashes this side just accumulates there, and in the corner of the vinyl. So just need to pull this up, probably self-level that bit, and then obviously a new lino, and then we can fit a new sink radiator, was it?
No, we don't want it. We're going to get rid of that altogether.
Get rid of it?
Because we've actually got a heater.
Would you not just get a towel rail?
I might get a towel rail. The only thing is, what people have noticed, especially if they're bigger and they're sitting on the toilet, the knees are quite near and they could get burnt. So
Yeah, well, you can lift, you could get a towel rail and have it up here,
okay,
out the way of your knees, and then
So-
obviously you can grab a towel off it easier.
is that going to be, or a heated one you mean?
Yeah, well, the pipes are there, so what you do is you just divert the pipes there.
So would that be gas or electrical?
That'd be on the hot water, so on the boiler.
Right, okay, because none of our central heating works.
Oh yeah, you was meant to text me, so I'll give you Craig's number.
Oh, right, okay.
And then that buzzing noise is the filler for the...
Did I tell you we did have somebody who came in and looked at it and we paid him £600, he hasn't fixed it.
So you don't sell them? Yeah. So I've just come and had another sushi, and he said you've had a few people come in, have you?
Yeah.
He's had a few people come in off the YouTube, so he's just got me, he doesn't sell this, but he's obviously enjoys this, so he said he'd give me this as a thank you. But now, it's easy when the food's nice, so I'm not going out of my way to recommend anything, it's just the food's nice, so I'm just sharing it. I've been in every day. I'm fuming when you shut on Tuesdays. It shuts on Tuesdays, by the way. Every Tuesday, I drive past and I ring up and I'm like, oh, it's shut. Well, thank you. I'll let you know what it's like. So I'm back on student jobs and we've got the smoke can out. We are going to go into one of the student houses. How annoying is that? I hate when people do this. Leave stuff out. I mean, I have to pick them up now, but like that goes through someone's tyre and it's annoying, isn't it? And we always get the blame for this, even though, well, this isn't our job, but at least get rid of them now. We've got the fire certificates, and then also we're going through the jobs now, so I imagine to get rid of these plants are causing absolute chaos. Like every student job, we have the same thing. So we pull them out, and then I've got some poison / weed killer that we'll spray on, and I'll try to see if we can get the root out with them. But if not, we'll spray them and let them die off. But yeah, I'll go through now and show you how we test these student houses and how how bulletproof they are in terms of versus a normal one. And you can see why we include, they did actually have a fire in one of these houses. I think someone left a candle, and you'll see why we do have obviously all these things in place to stop fire spreading, because there's so more people living in one house. HMOs, house of multiple occupancy, for those who don't know, and obviously there's a higher risk of fire in those houses. So it didn't used to. It was obviously however many years ago it there was a regulation that everything over 5 beds had to have everything 5 and over is 5 people sharing is a HMO, and is obviously a higher risk, so that you have to have these in place. Before then, some of the student houses that these buy and we rip out, you'll see they are could be like 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, and they don't have anything in place. They're just literally houses that landlords have rented out for years, and obviously either illegally not done them and just not been found by the councils, or But yeah, obviously not worth the risk. But yeah, I'll go through that. I'm just waiting for Ben to bring the keys to open up. He's letting the other lads in on the other jobs, and I can't stand it like this. You know, I love coming in when everyone's on one house. So when we do some of our developments, we'll have everyone on it to just try and obviously blitz it out because we're on a bridge loan. And at the moment now, I think we've got some lads on. We've just got lads spread everywhere. So, but I hate it. I think Ben's probably going to be. I'll get Ben on in a minute, and I bet you he's probably just been doing what I do, is driving around all day and just helping other people do stuff. So because we're not starting the next ones we start, the students in them at the moment, so they need to move out for us to go in, rip the houses out and turn them into, like, you know, luxury 6-beds. So at the moment we are doing maintenance work, which he sent through a list, and it's actually quite big. It'll be stuff like obviously these plants and loads of other bits. Oh yeah, some of the students in. You right? Can I come and do your smoke alarm? Yes. I was just waiting for someone to let me in, but present for me, is it those sunglasses? Hey, Jazzy Jeff here.
£6.
£6.
2 pairs for £6.
Doing like in everyone where you get a bargain like that from. Amazon. Oh.
We need to be able to get 1 pair for £6.
You got some receipts for me? So those who don't know, I've got to keep these receipts for 6 years, so that if the taxman ever comes along and says, oh, you've asked for this, declared this, he can claim anything up to 6 years. Well, I'm guessing this is on your list. Are these Budlier as well? See you later. They're a nightmare. Look at that. I've managed to pull that one out, but I'm gonna have to spray that because that one was by the gas pipe as well. So there's a chance that if that grew and grew and grew, it would bloody dislodge the gas pipe. I'm guessing that was on your list of jobs, so we might as well pull them off and then we'll do the fire alarm. That is a proper. How long do you reckon? To be fair, they don't have to actually grow that long to get that thick and big, do they?
Someone's just come back and cut it, haven't they?
So yeah, someone's cut it and not
Instead of just ripping it out.
pulled it out.
Oh, I just cut that back, should be right.
So Ben's doing a proper job here. Look at that. And then
Yeah, we're just going to leave it on the road now.
yeah, you know, put it in someone else's bin, are we? We'll get the tipper, throw it on there, and then I'm going to go round now. Look at the size of them ones as well. They do cause a lot of damage, these. So the other builder was telling us that he had a block of flats that he was remortgaging, and they now start asking for Budlier surveys as well as in the same sort of category as Japanese knotweed. And obviously I can see why now, because they are a nightmare, aren't they? Like how quick they grow and how much damage they do cause, but obviously not as much as Japanese knotweed. I was wondering whether this was Japanese knotweed at one point because it was growing so fast. Like you go down one of the roads and they've all got this, haven't they? Yeah. It seems to spread like. Yeah, they're normal bushes then, but right, I'll spray this on now. Leave them bits of the light. This will just kill them off.
Yeah, but you're just going to have shitty stuff left laying.
Okay. So when you walk in, you should have labels on these 8 zones. So we don't know whether this is an 8 zone or a 4 zone panel, and this should be above here with a diagram showing what each zone actually is. I know it's a bit overkill for obviously this size house. You're talking a terraced house, so it's obviously going to be obvious to the fire brigade when they come up, like where it is, but they won't necessarily know which room or whatever it is, which zone it is. So that's what it's meant to be for. You walk in and you see zone 1 flashing, and you look at the board and it'd say zone 1 is the kitchen, so the fire brigade know that everything else then above is clear. However, what I'm going to do now is, have you put the key in, access it. So with this key turned in, you can access the panel. And oh no, he's got sounders. I know he done this one now. It was Tommy, because he's the only one who puts them in. They're so annoying. So when you have these sounders, they literally are like the loudest thing ever. And like most of these ceilings we do in the student ones are like 2.4 meters. So, and there always seem to be, as you're setting the smoke alarm off, it's right next to your ear. But we'll see. So we'll set this off, it should flash red. There you go. And then I can stop. And then a few seconds. You see how loud that's loud, isn't it? Compared to like the normal ones. And then I've got to waft it with my cap, otherwise it keeps setting off. So that was zone 1. So we'll write it on. I've got a parent marker with me. We'll write on the zones. And hopefully the zones are, you know, I don't know how there's like dirt on this smoke detector, but there always is. Sometimes you go in and there's socks on them. So, zone 1. Sound. And then this is, that should be a heat one. I'll have to go and get my heat gun. I think it is, yeah. So we normally, this is a C-Tech, so this shouldn't go off. Yeah, that's a heat gun. So, oh no. Hey, the call point, so that is the key for the call point there. They're like that weird, is it on top of the, no, they're like them weird ones. This is like, I think this builder done a couple of houses. So if you press that, you need another one, and then he had ones with the break glass on as well.
So is there that?
No, it's like a special key, this one. Right, let's do all the heads, and then I'll go, actually, let me go and look at my van, I'll go and get my heat gun. So I have got the key for this. This one, I'll put it on them keys. And that one goes, yeah. But, I'll just check, I think that's it. Last time, I've done this once, and when I pressed this, it was actually glass and it broke, and I had to go and buy glass ones, but let's gamble, and so that should set off now. And then I've reset it, nice. And then got my heat gun, excuse the mess. Oh, I would pick up the one with no battery. So I think, obviously it's got the red circle, and I think this is the heat one. So this should, here we go. Yeah. Call point. Here we go. So we're going to go around and test every single one in each room. And if any of them aren't working, we've got to swap them or find out why they're not working. So all done. On this one, when you do see sounders as well as the smoke heads, it means that in the bedrooms there's a sounder, but in the bedroom there's a smoke detector but not a sounder. So I don't think they're as good, because I can probably stand in one of these bedrooms and do the sounder. Actually, go on, ready? You set that one off.
I'll just press this. Can I just?
Oh, you can press. And then if we go in this room and shut that, like, I know some of these students and they will sleep through that. So we always fit the ones that have a sounder base on the actual smoke head. So every room's got a sounder. And then obviously the kitchen has to have a heat alarm as well as a smoke alarm. So that's probably to do with not all fires smoke, in terms of some will be more smoke or smokeless more than others. But at least it'll go off with the heat as well. That is it on this one. So all we need to do on this is Adam in the office is going to print out a plan, and then if you can put them on them keys for us to keep them all together, and then we need to write on the zones. So zone 1 was ground floor. Zone 2 was loft, second floor.
and zone 3 was first floor, and none of the others sounded. So they've only used, this will be a 4-zone panel, however they've only used 3 of the wires. I'm going to check that quickly by undoing this. I don't know why this is rusty, by the way. Oh, they just got this one in, didn't they? Tight to the wall. So let me take this off. Hold on. Let me take this off. There should only be 3 cables in, and what they've then done. So here's the zones bit. This is the sounders. So they obviously got external sounders. 1, 2, 3 zones, and this one is the end of line resistor, which we were talking about in the last one, that mimics a smoke detector, because if you didn't have that in, that zone would keep alarming. So, and then we don't really use any of these ones. So we don't use any of these when we do ours. We're all we use the two wire system, and you can see you've got your battery backup as well. So one thing we need to check now is general fault.
That's because you got the board off.
Yeah, one thing we need to check now is the it's a power supply fault, it's saying. That's what we need to check. Oh yeah. I'm not sure they all do that, you know. So one thing we need to do now is there's a fail. Look at that. So in my van now, I'll have a cover, because let's have a look. See that copper little finger? That's live. So if you touch that, you're dead. So the fact that someone can open this cupboard, a kid, say, can open this cupboard, go, oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? Stick your finger in. So I'm going to go in my van now and get a bit, but on here should be labelled fire alarm, so we can flick that. And then in a few seconds, this should come up saying power supply fault, so that we know we're not just running on battery power, because obviously they only last so long, and then this system would be useless once the batteries had run out. So it'll say supply present in a moment, that'll go off, and this should come on. It takes longer than you think though. Obviously it's going through, yeah, there you go. Right, going through a circuit board, and obviously, so there you go, that's fine. So now we just need to mark the zones on the plan of the house and stick it above in one of these frames. Nice and easy. There you go. So some people would probably come in, do that, just notice it, and then get off and just message the office. But obviously, it's what? Oh, 2-second job. And now that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to do an ECR, but everything else is fine. So they have got the 3-amp fire switch there as well, and the emergency testing one there, key operated, or this one is. I don't think it has to be key operated. I don't know. Right, let's spy on Lewis. See if he's working hard. Is he gone? Oh, he's gone. You alright? Oh, nice. You listening to here, like gospel? Oh, it's a big sofa, isn't it?
That's a pain. There's the one in the garage as well.
Which one have you just done?
I've been on Blackfire, so
Oh, right.
in this morning, but I was putting the cushions in this morning.
I'll go the other one, because we just pulled some of the plants off, so we need to throw them on the tipper, and then get all this on the tipper, can't we?
Yeah.
I feel like we do this the wrong way, like literally someone new builds these every time.
Yeah. Well, Mick showed me how to do this the other day.
Are they the right way?
Yeah.
Is it? It just comes like that?
Well, you're going to pull them up and just put screws, like little screws in.
Alright. I don't think Mick's done the TV. Nothing good? We've just been in a few of them then, and like Ben was like, "Oh, these are crap," because like they're not as wide.
This one's good.
Yeah, it's nice this one. I think maybe we could have done that lower. Or do you think it looks good with the upstand? The same height. Plus, I think with one of the other hours they've done that like there. And Ben was like, you know, if you wash the spoon and someone sat on the sofa.
It's the same one.
Gets splashed in the back of the head.
Yeah, the one I've just done on one side.
Right, I'll go and check how the others are getting on. I've got the key for you, so give us a shout when you've finished. I'll come and lock up.
Sure.
So we've done the fire alarms in here, and we've just done it in the other student job. However, the office have just messaged me to say that none of the appliances are on. So, well, that one is. But as part of the NIC bit, they should be there. They should be accessible. So I don't know what I've just turned on here. It should be labelled, but so yeah, so that few spare there. We've got oven, hob, and there we go. And then there should be, I think, another one. That one shouldn't come up like that. There we go. So I used to think, obviously, putting a socket under the sink wasn't like a no-go. However, this is classed as like obviously it's not classed as a wet environment because it will only be wet in the case of a fault. And the board, we've tested the board to know that if we were to put water on those sockets, it'd chip at the board. So they should all be on now. And then these ones. So this is, I mean, we have to put these in because we didn't have any cupboards to put them in, but they're a bit of a bugbearer for the maintenance guys because maybe I don't like putting stickers on these because it doesn't look good, but what the students sometimes do is knock them and then they ring and say the fridge has stopped working and the company's got to send someone out on a call out and they'll come and just press that and it's like, so I don't know whether to put labels on them or whether they just include that as part of the induction to say, look, this is, don't switch these off. But that's it, everything's on now. So Tip is outside. Here's another one. Nice. Where's the lads?
Upstairs.
You right? Any of my lads here? Yeah. Hello. These are big, aren't they? Yeah. Feels like loving you. Anyone else on here?
No.
Is that it for us? I see him in the loft of this one. Same builder who's done the other one, you can tell. But this is massive, this one. Nice rooms. So just getting it over the line. So get the rad pipes in. I think there's a timber going on here, MDF. Caulking and painting. They're just fitting the doors now, the frames. Skirts and arcs. Tiling going on. I think this one's I think this is a couple of weeks away, so just nice big window in this one as well. Must be a wide house, this. So all the builders are different. This way probably looks better. However, I hate it because that takes, I don't know, a week or two to dry. Whereas you can see everywhere's painting and they've got to leave that bit. I thought you were just pressing that every time I spoke. I thought you were just looking at me then pressing that every time I spoke. I'd go like that, I'd go, and you did. But yeah, that's why we don't bond them. Because they take a couple of weeks to dry.
Yeah. Mad the way that little curve, don't it?
It looks better.
Yeah.
But I hate bonding me.
Then you got a little bit.
Better doing it in dry water, it dries faster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a magnet for this, or I'm gonna super glue this one and get a magnet for the other bands. Someone has just messaged about Western, and they've inquired to see if they can book it until it sells. Basically, they've got a local business that they have, obviously the clients or the staff coming and going, and obviously it's a bit sporadic, so they're fed up of booking hotels you know, on the spot, sort of, if they can get availability or anything like that. I've got nowhere to park here. If they can get availability, so they've asked, could they book out Western for us until it sells. We've just explained the situation that's up for sale, and that'll cover the bills, etc. So we will see about that, and I just hope that it's, you know, a genuine one and they're not sort of looking to rent. So we just want to make sure of that before obviously agreeing to it. But on paper it sounds like the perfect deal, exactly what we were after. And hello.
Hello, I managed to get a number.
Okay.
But you said like OH and then like root it all out.
So this is another one that's getting I think it was like an older one that was a bit tired, and obviously they couldn't rent the rooms out as well for this year, so these have agreed to obviously get it, and now they're just going through making changes to it. So tile on the bathrooms, because I remember this last time was a bit of a mess, so looks nicer now. You right? What are you on? You right? I won't put my hand on it. Is he getting new carpets or are these staying in? Is he? Oh, so he's had to swap them all for fire doors. Dave, would you? You right? Big one this, isn't it? You right? So similar to the ones you've seen us just finished, this one just needs to be changed to spotlights, wardrobes and desks put in, and obviously changed the style of the doors and put new frames in. So it'll just be basically making it a bit more luxury rather than the old tired way it was. Keep it the same as the others, because obviously that's how they sell the houses to the students. Say, look, these are all going to look similar. This one's a big one though, the rooms are massive, and the kitchen's nice as well, isn't it? I don't know about this though, like when people box in the boilers like that. You ever have an issue with the boiler? You need to change the filter and you're like, sound. Yeah. But they're all nearly there, aren't they? You can see why, like, they sometimes need a little help getting them over the line. But this one will be nice when it's done. Yeah, it'll be one of the better ones, this. So what I'm just doing is checking, obviously, the height of the nursery next door so that we don't go any higher than them. Right, so the nurseries are 2.5 metres high actually, which is, as you can see, that's quite high, but I was looking to go 2.4, so if I go 2.4 across there, hopefully that'll be enough for, you know, to block out any view for the neighbours and stuff and make it look a bit better. So at Western Maintenance, this is why I have Astro in my house, because I forgot how much of a ball ache it is doing cutting the grass, and obviously we had the wedding on the weekend, so Rachel is... Where's she gone? Where have you gone? No, Rachel's doing the washing. And then I'm just going around doing little snagging bits. And my mum is somewhere here with Anderson. Where's he gone? Where have you gone? Huh? Come on. You meant to be helping me in the garden, Anderson. What, this, Anderson? We haven't got this in our house, have we? No. Come on. Do you want to do the lawnmower with Daddy? Oh, we go. Up we go. Ready? Ready? Oi, we don't mop the grass. Hey, you need to go mop the floor. Hey, go mop the floor inside, not the grass. So I've had some good news on the yard, but as much as I've said I'm going to share everything and the journey on this channel, especially the yard, because that's what we started it for, I can't tell you this bit, because similar to Asheville and his plans and stuff, like, it'd be detrimental to obviously what going forward. But I have had some really good news that I was inquiring about ages ago, and it looks like it could all fall into place at the right time, but we will see. Yeah, as soon as I can, as soon as it's like legally done, I'll tell you. But until then, it's just not worth the aggro that I know I'll get, because it'd be I shouldn't laugh, but I know for a fact it's gonna rub a few people up, and I've evidently done that enough so far, so I will keep hush until then. But yeah, stay tuned. That is the end of Monday morning, well, afternoon for me, and I feel I'm absolutely rammed. I've done loads, but yeah, tomorrow is going to be another busy day spread across 4 or 5 different jobs. If you're liking, sounding proper Scouse then, if you're liking the channel and what we're doing, please do subscribe, because it makes a difference, and the more subscribers we can get, the more views YouTube will promote to us, and then the more money we can raise and hopefully get closer to buying a house in our charity. We have got a charity, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned this, so I'll put it here. We are a registered charity now, Bowden Builders Community CPC or something like that. It wasn't allowed to be called Bowden Builders Merchants Charity, so we have to call it whatever it is now. But yeah, so hopefully I'll start sharing as we get paid monthly from YouTube. The first month is going to go to Carl Lane homeless shelter for dogs, and then obviously then on it'll just get transferred into the charity bank account, and I'll keep you updated with where we're up to and what we need to get to. But we need a big considerable chunk to even start looking at houses, and then we need to get a monthly amount to maintain the house and the mortgage and council tax, etc, etc. I'll have to look into if there's any of that on a charity, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully if you've got this far, hopefully you are still enjoying the content.